I went on a first date. And when I opened the door, my man was at my front door. And I was like, oh, like, right? And then he hit me with the Rico. He pulled the flowers out. And I was like, wow, this is different, right? So I'm not even paying attention. I brush past this, trying to walk down the steps and get to the door, right? Because I'm not paying attention. I'm just so not used to it. And it just hasn't, like, I just didn't have a lot of practice. He opened my car door. I get inside. He closed the door. I immediately went to my group chat. It's weird.
Did you say he opened your car door?
High five.
No. Now let me explain, right? Let me explain. By the time we got to the restaurant, my follow-up text was, y'all, that's my bad. I just realized and all that stuff we be talking about, we don't really want it. And I felt like he technically did everything that we be saying we be wanting. In my mind, instinctively, my first thought was he corny. But he really did everything that we want. But I went on a first date.
Yeah. This is why I said men. Get to the chopper! Because you heard the person in the background talking about high five, high five. So even though she checked herself after the fact, where, let's be real, it should have never gotten to the point where she had to check herself. You open the door and he's at the door and your first instinct is to push past him.
Man, this is some bullshit.
Because if her first instinct is to push past him and be ungrateful and label him as corny, that is her instinct. That is who she is. It's not until after the fact she checked herself where, like, come on now. You can't even be a nice human being. You have to check yourself to be nice. Something that's supposed to come natural to you, something that you expect to come natural to men, you have to check yourself for? No. I mean, we can say, yeah, give her credit for checking herself, but as I say, it shouldn't even have to come to that point because it shows who she is as a person. Now, imagine when she's upset, when she's triggered, when she's facing a stressful situation. If she's going to push past you in during an occasion that's supposed to be joyful, a first date, how is she going to do? How is she going to be when she's stressed out? Yeah, be mindful.
Hey yo, Sims turn women into narcissists. Social media created a pandemic called simping, treating women like royalty simply because they look good. It's caused many women to turn into narcissists. When many men make women feel like they are above them, these women start to view everyone else as beneath them. The power of being sought after changes their perspective on the world. It's what will happen to almost anyone who receives money, gifts, or a lifestyle for simply existing. They basically feel like a celebrity because Sims treat them like one. All this does is feed their ego and make them feel like they could do nothing wrong. Even if they are the problem in their relationships, they are quick to leave. All the Sims make them feel like they have tons of options, even if they're low quality. Narcissism causes people to have no respect for others. They lack empathy, feel entitled to getting what they want, have low genuine desire to be with people, and dehumanize them. Simping is such a problem that when there are men who don't do so, it confuses some women. It has become so normalized for them that they think there's something wrong with the man. They get upset or angry. They're like, where's my bare minimum treatment? When this man just has respect for himself. Narcissism is what happens when shallow praise makes people stop caring about character. When they are rewarded for their outer shell instead of their inner one. It makes people devalue important qualities like respect. Qualities that keep relationships healthy. Don't be a simp, guys. Watch my YouTube for more. Drizzle drizzle.
You know what we say about simps? Simp. Yeah, I would agree with this 100%. Simps turn women into narcissists because if it wasn't somebody feeding their entitlement, if there wasn't at least one person making women feel as though they can just push by a man and like, yeah, like the clip that we reviewed yesterday when the guy said he does not date single moms and that simp on the panel talking about, hold up now,
that single women are not on the same level.
What you're supposed to learn from is history. So
Really?
you're a very
What's that got to do?
You're a very intelligent woman.
Yeah.
Simps turn women into narcissists. And let's not even say, let's take that back. Not say they turn women into narcissists, but simps, what's the word we would use? Like they encourage women, because women were already narcissists. Nobody can turn you into a narcissist. You're either a narcissist or not. But simps reinforced. So y'all help me in the comment section. Reinforced women, like encourage, like I don't know. Help me in the comment section. But you guys get what I'm saying. She's a narcissist because that first clip that we watched, she gonna push by him. Anybody who you see at your door, regardless if it's for a date, if they're there to drop off a package, if they're there to check your alarm beeper, what is something called that's always going off in these single mamas videos? Y'all know what I'm talking about. No matter what the person is there standing at your door for, if you are going to push by that person, it says a lot about your character. And a lot of these narcissists don't have good character. So these two videos tie into each other because that girl exposed herself. And again, the person in the background talking about high five, yassing up that behavior because they saw nothing wrong with it. Remember, we don't focus on the content creator. We don't focus on the person that's telling the story. We focus on the audience that is validating that story. That is the messed up part. That is why I say, men,
Get to the chopper!
Holy shit, you guys. I don't know if there's like a plague going on in West Orange, New Jersey for wedding venues, but easily one of the most iconic and well-known wedding venues, I would say, in all of New Jersey, or at least in all of northern New Jersey, is closing as of July 5th of this year. And as of this moment, you can Google to death and you won't find out where it is.
And we were supposed to get married at Circle B Wedding and Event Center in Isanti, Minnesota in less than 2 weeks, so on May 4th of 2024 here, and we just got an email that they effectively immediately closed the venue. And so we have nowhere to go and not getting our money back.
It's been 12 hours since I found out that our wedding venue closed 32 days before our wedding, and they kept all of our money. I know that there were people trying to share our story last night. I tried to comment back.
My wedding is in 51 days, and yesterday we got a call that our venue will be closing down 20 days before our event.
A little birdie has told me that there are 2 wedding venues in the Adelaide Hills that have closed last minute and with no notice. So we've had some inquiries from couples that are getting married really, really soon, like in just a couple of weeks.
Holy shit, you guys.
Yeah, this is what happens when women prioritize the wedding over the marriage, because your wedding venue closing shouldn't... All right, let me not say, because not everybody approach things as I do. I can understand if you really want a big wedding, but honestly, go to the courthouse. The courthouse will never close. I can understand that some people have a lot of family and they want their family to be involved in the wedding. So I take that back. I don't want to seem insensitive, but this is the result of feminism.
Feminist lies.
This is the result of women talking about how they're pushed by a man. And a man's supposed to pay 100% of the bill, and she's supposed to sit on her money looking pretty. He's supposed to this. A man's supposed to be a provider, and a man's supposed to protect, and a man's supposed to do this, and a man's supposed to do that. And then you ask a woman, okay, do you wash, cook, and clean? And it's no. How dare you? This is not 1950s. Oh, you're stuck in the past. Women aren't your slave. So we have all these standards and requirements for what men are supposed to do. We can talk as loud as we can about what men are supposed to do, but when we ask, okay, what should women do? What do women bring to the table? It is a problem. And this is what you get. Wedding venues are closing. The wedding industry is collapsing. The wedding industry, which is a billion-dollar industry, thanks to the brainwashing and the pushing the Disney narrative and thinking that men are supposed to simp for women and women should just focus on the big day, focus on the wedding, but give little attention to the actual marriage and sees the result. This is why I have to respect men who are like,
We will not have it.
I want to say it was Manosphere Highlight Daily had posted a video about what happens when men walk away. In editing this, I will clarify, and if that's true, I will insert that video right here. Y'all go check it out. He was right. I love to see it. I love to see it.
As a man, why are you complaining?
I can think of multiple very valid reasons why gentlemen would have a reason to complain about something.
If you are complaining to me, I'm gonna get the immediate ick.
Oh no, not that. I can only imagine the number of gentlemen that are going to be absolutely heartbroken.
Because that's a woman's job.
To complain? Can that really be what they meant?
A woman's job is to complain while you fix.
Well, okay, that was what they meant. Yeah, let's hear it for gender stereotypes, everyone.
Do not get on my phone, start texting me and complaining about your day.
Oh, heaven forbid a guy actually take a moment to vent about his day. How awful. Yet, ironically, these will be some of the same types of women that insist that the guys listen to all of their problems.
I don't care. Solve it. You're a man.
Well, here's a problem that we can solve right now. Gentlemen, if you run into a woman that treats you like that, run the other direction.
Yep.
As a
Get to the chopper. And this is why the wedding industry is collapsing. This is why men are heading to the chopper. This is why men are choosing to either go their own way, save yourselves the black men, or just not even deal, not even look in y'all direction. So when y'all complain about, oh, all these women were at the bar and these men were sitting and these women were standing, and men don't open the door no more and men don't bring you flowers, because when they bring you flowers, you go push by them and text your group chat and talk about he's so corny. I want to emphasize, going back to that first clip, this is how she is, her initial reaction. How a person, I've always said, if you've been rocking with my channel from the beginning of time, you remember I say, if you want to know the person's true character, get them triggered. How a person react when they're triggered is how they really are. Kevin Samuels has said it once. He would test a woman. He will be out and he will see a woman and he'll say something slick to her. And depending on her reaction, if she's like, what did you say? Then you know. Or if she's like, pardon me, I didn't hear. You know, you can tell the feminine and the masculine woman. You can tell the aggressive, boisterous, just downright straight up hood rats, and you can tell the ones who have class. If her initial reaction, she see the man at her door with flowers, is to push by him, we know what category to put her in. Even though she checked herself, we can give her credit for checking herself, but honey, it was a little too late. We already know who you are. All right. But anyways, y'all, as I said, I will continue to say men, because this is what you guys have to deal with out here. Shout out to the men who are standing firm 10 toes down, causing the wedding industry to collapse. Big up on yourself. Like, this is a result of feminism. We point and laugh. We do not debate. We do not argue. Because the Bible said it is best for men to be in the wilderness than to be dealing with one of these broads. So who are we to even argue with these broads? The Bible gave men clear directions. Y'all go watch the next video that pop up on the screen. Look how these bitter single moms get triggered because this man said he does not date single moms, and watch how this simp trying to jump to their rescue. I will see you guys in the next video. Take care.